Hello everybody. Here we are sitting in Härkila's headquarters. Let me introduce Sigrid Flaten from Härkila. She is a product developer and we will talk about Härkila's products.
Well, the main principles behind the Härkila brand is Scandinavian heritage, its passion and its innovation. And for this we mean that the heritage is that Härkila has always been made by hunters, for hunters, and they are aiming to have the clothing and the brand is aiming to have a core base of hunting always. So for the Scandinavian hunt and also for the most area of the huntings, the hunting gear should be fit for the roughest terrain and to keep you protected from the wind and the rain, snow and the heat. Well, for a hunter that's never heard about it before, it's important to know that Härkila is always on the edge of innovation. The hunter will find top to bottom products for all kind of hunting scenes or scenarios. So we want to offer the hunter the benefit from garments that can keep them dry and warm and silent for all occasions necessary. Well, we actually only use the important ones. We cannot really say that this is more important than the other, because everything is especially and equally important for the garment in question, and for the hunt it's intended to be used. So it's difficult for me to say that this is more important, but of course if you want to be dry, you should have a membrane garment, for example the Gore-Tex, and if you want to be somewhere where you're stalking, it's important that you're very silent. So, and we have the, for example, Cordura fabric. This is very durable and it's also not really, how to say it, it's not really soaking water. So we often use Cordura at the hem of the trouser because there it's exposed to rubbing of the boots and the harsh bushes, sorry. And also you can walk through wet grass and it will not soak the water through. So that's for one of the examples. Also the DWR, which is a short term for durable water repellent. This prevents, of course, the clothing from getting wet. So you're keeping a bit more dry than you would with no DWR, and also it's not getting heavy. So it's also important for if you have the membrane jacket, it's not getting heavy if it's wet. Even if the membrane is still intact and you don't get wet, you can get heavy.
Let me introduce Mette Larsen, design manager from Seeland. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So the main principles behind the Seeland brand is to be sort of an entry-level brand for new hunters and existing hunters, but the sort of entry-level price point, and have a great variety for covering different types of hunting. So our brand is covering lots of different types of hunting because of the variety for the requirements of the apparel when you go hunting in the different regions in Europe. We cover lots of different of them. And so I think what would describe Seeland really well for someone who's new in hunting is that we do actually cover the broad spectrum. We also focus a lot on some of the younger hunters at the moment, so we tend to shift a little bit and actually provide great variety for a more young and active hunter. We're completely split up, so there's a Härkila team with a design unit, a product development unit, and a sourcing and buying unit. And it's the same setup with Seeland. We have very different ways of working with suppliers and materials, but it's the same development process when it comes to develop a product with hunters. For the Seeland brand, since we have our own CTEX membrane and we have our own wind beater as well, we tend to test our fabrics according to our requirements, and we do that very early on in the process. And we like to also develop specific type of products and ranges with hunters. We do that a bit later on in the process. Härkila was the first product that we developed with Seeland that was tended towards the younger hunter. So this meant the first time we did a 3-layer product, the first time we did a more fitted product for someone who's a bit more active, and the whole design of it is geared towards a younger hunter. And it's clearly a market that is there.
Well, the story of the woodcock for the Seeland brand is that back in the days where the brand was invented, we needed to find something that said a lot about these products. The woodcock in Denmark and Scandinavia is a very, very attractive bird to hunt. It's one of the best and fastest sporting birds we have, and that's why we thought that the woodcock as a logo would suit the Seeland brand in a perfect way.